So after all that, I'll do this. So, what is it? Big breaths, lots of water, no lager, no drinking, and speak loudly and clearly. Yeah, yeah, and when these people have finished having a chat. Yeah, none taken. Yeah. Good afternoon. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming to Mark and Zoe's wedding. And some of you have come a long way. And I'm amazed how far some people will travel for a free meal. God, they laughed.
Good start.
Thanks for that, man.
Anytime.
I would first like to say that it's an honour to be Mark's best man. And secondly, that it's about time. And thirdly, contrary to popular belief, my speech isn't going to be a means to gain revenge on the groom for his speech at my wedding all those years ago. For those of you that do know me, sorry for recalling all the same boring stories. And for those of you that don't know me, I've been mates with Mark since secondary school. I say mates. When we first met, all he used to say was, "I'm going to pan you, Artie." It was probably actually, "I'm going to pan you, Artie." His voice hadn't broken. Obviously a reference to his future culinary career. And the reason of this dislike was due to the fact that I had friends in his form. Obviously not allowed as he was in class P and I was in B. Is that right? We were put together on the same table in Mr. Larkin's biology class.
Physics.
Yes. Oh. Whatever. We did dissection. We did dissection in his class. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one. And soon realised we had much in common, especially in taking the mickey out of the teacher, and consequently ending up in the corridor together as punishment. Mark and I got into the same things, music-wise, fashion-wise, and hung out with the in crowd. Over the years, Mark has developed some strange hobbies and tastes. Cars, this would be the ultimate list for Top Gear. An Austin Allegro, a Fiesta with Go Faster stripes, and the Caprice. Although I always approved of the 2 litre S and the one you left in plastic. Yeah, nonce. Then there was the cut down Lambretta. Why did you take all the nice bits out? Not to mention the numerous dodgy hairstyles.
Long hair.
Not today, yeah.
Sit down, Mark.
Ponytail was the best. Then there was the martial arts phase. Feng Shui or origami or tiger ripping or whatever it was. So he could defend himself against big people. He's also developed this strange habit of dipping his end in the water. He's even been abroad to do it. And he's trying to get Zoe into it, but she'll obviously have to borrow his equipment. And they say when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So when in Gloucester, he tried his hand at the local sport of cow tipping.
Slowly.
Yeah. Yes. Did you get that? Shall I read that again?
Yeah.
I should make something about. Hold on. Oh no, that's the next one. And they say when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Did you hear that bit?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll go on. I should mention something about his exes, but I haven't got that long. But I always thought 57 would be his lucky number. But enough of that. I should say some good points about Mark, but then again. Through all my ups and downs, musically and personally, and it's been like that. He's always been the best mate anyone could ask for. When I was stuck in a B&B in the middle of London at the age of 16, he was the first person I'd think of phoning when it was all a bit weird and I was feeling very homesick. He'd always bring me back down to earth, telling me he'd had chips and egg for tea, a Coventry delicacy, expertly cooked by his Mornest. been in, and he's even got into the profession, becoming a bit of a part-time lampy too. When he was my best man, he cooked me breakfast on the morning of the wedding, and then went out and got me kaolin and morphine afterwards. He made my mum choke when he read out a card from an ex-Japanese girlfriend demanding maintenance for a child I didn't know. Now that's a real friend. And he put me up in his house when the proverbial hit the fan and the fat lady sang. But I'm sure I won't have to do that, as Mark, I haven't got a spare bed. Relationships have their ups and downs, so in case of emergency, here's a little gift that might help you both get through the argument. You have to open it. When you're ready.
I'll read it out. Why men don't listen and women can't read maths.
It's a great book.
No, it's good. It's very good. Anyway, yeah, we'll all bother that. So, I'd now like to read a poem that really makes sense of what love is all about, by a world-renowned poet, Woody Allen. Yeah, laugh when I've said it.
Okay.
To love is to suffer. To avoid suffering, one must not love, but then one suffers from not loving. Therefore, to love is to suffer. Not to love is to suffer. To suffer is to suffer. To be happy is to love. To be happy, then, is to suffer. But suffering makes one unhappy. Therefore, to be happy, one must love. Or love to suffer, or suffer from too much happiness. On to the toast. One of my duties as best man is, apart from playing in the church, playing in the band.
Forgetting to tell me.
Forget the rings.
Yeah. No, I actually reminded you at the church. Yeah, one of my duties as best man is to toast the lovely bridesmaids, and aren't they very? So, I asked Mark their names, and then he told me that one of them was Zoe's sister, and that I'd recognise her. And then I immediately thought the worst, that it was some bizarre, awful coincidence. And then he said, she's a twin. So if you can please be upstanding and raise your glasses and toast Claire, Emma, Keris, Abigail and Eve, the bridesmaids.